The new Call of Duty is looking pretty good. Overwatch adds role queue and Spiderman tops the charts. My name's Force. Welcome back to the Force feed, the shitty news man. Don't think I forgot about it. Just because I didn't say it in the last episode doesn't mean I forgot. That nickname will not go away. T-shirts are coming soon, I promise. But before we get t-shirts, I gotta make some money somehow. Ads aren't doing it. So here's today's sponsor. Some of you have watched me talk about games here on YouTube for nearly 10 years. But imagine if you could watch me talk about games somewhere else. Well, now you can. Amino recently asked me to check out the new stories feature in the app. These are fun short form videos about topics that you love. Wow. Here I'll be posting my own short stories talking about some of the gaming stuff that doesn't make it here on the YouTube channel. Extra bits behind the scenes, who knows? Like, literally, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'll figure it out soon, don't worry. But it'll be great. Check it out by clicking on the link below or searching for Amino apps in the App Store. And then find my stories by searching at Force27. I'll be posting my very first story sometime soon, so be sure to follow me and click on that bell to get notified when I start posting videos. Thanks to Amino for sponsoring today's video. Thanks to you guys for watching. And again, download that app, click on the link, and follow me, please. Now for the news. First up, I can't believe it, but yes, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the next Call of Duty game, actually looks pretty good. I said it, that's right. Infinity Ward released a trailer yesterday, about 6 minutes worth of Modern Warfare gameplay, and it looks and sounds real good. Sporting a brand new engine made specifically for this game, it's given it some real crisp visuals. Frankly, if you didn't tell me this was Call of Duty, I probably wouldn't have guessed that. On top of that, the guns have a real oomph to them. Pretty impressive sounds and animations. Give this thing a listen. So it sounds good, it looks good, but, you know, hold your horses. Feels like we kind of been here before. We're looking at trailers and saying, I can't believe I'm excited for Call of Duty again. It's like the Call of Duty hype train cycle all over again. And there's some things to be concerned about. First off, as a PC player, Call of Duty has a pretty poor history with their player bases not usually lasting more than a couple weeks or a month before it drops off pretty significantly. And then, of course, there's also concerns over what sort of microtransactions Activision will be putting into the game, probably a couple weeks after launch, so they avoid all those negative reviews on the initial purchases everyone does. I can't deny it, this does look really good. Like, I was watching that gameplay and I was like, yeah, this looks like a cool shooter that I'd play. I'm impressed with the visuals, the sounds, the animations, everything about it I was enjoying, but history tells us that we should be cautious. Again, especially if you're a PC fan. Call of Duty just doesn't do well on this platform. Obviously, console has been like the primary Call of Duty platform for a long time, but it just doesn't really tend to happen on PC. So as much as I love the way that this looks, I'm gonna kind of hold back getting too excited for it. I guess it's also worth mentioning too that this Call of Duty game was probably one of the most divisive titles from E3. You saw a bunch of reports that it made people feel uncomfortable with their depictions of modern day violence. I would just say modern day violence should probably make you uncomfortable. I talked about this in another video, but you know, I can get why not everyone wants that from their video gaming experiences. To me, the idea that like depictions of real world, modern day rooted violence makes you uneasy sounds about right, yeah. I do have to say too, I liked Black Ops 4 well enough. I actually played the Blackout Battle Royale mode for I want to say like 1 or 2 months straight. Like I was pretty obsessed with it for quite a while. So I don't know, we'll see. I hope it turns out great. Modern Warfare is looking good so far, but I'm not gonna get too excited for it. Next up, we're gonna talk a bit about Overwatch. They gave us an update about a new system coming to the game called Role Queue. So the whole idea here is to create an environment that fosters teamwork and encourages players to bring their best every match. Basically, their hope was to remove the tension, pressure, and hostility that comes from the pre-match hero selection. You know, you jump into a game and you wanna play Genji, but everyone else wants to play Genji, and no one wants to play the healer, and not enough people wanna play the tank. tank. If they do want to play the tank, they're just playing Roadhog. Forgive me, I might be off meta. It's been like a year since I played the game, but back when I did play, there was certainly that tension at the start of every game. Basically, everyone just wanted to play DPS heroes. Well, with Roll Q, they are hoping to alleviate this. Basically, what's going to happen is players will now be able to pick a role between tank, support, and damage when they queue for competitive or quick play. And then once they're matched with a team, there's going to be 2 tanks, 2 supports, and 2 damage heroes on each team, and then players get to pick their hero from the specific role that they selected. Now, this will be officially rolling out into the game on September the 1st, with a beta test for it starting on August 13th. Gotta say, I'm not too terribly surprised. You know, again, it's been like over a year since I played, and I remember back then people having conversations about wanting something like role select to avoid this tension that happens almost every single match, especially once you played in stuff like competitive and people are trying to take it seriously and trying to rank up. People always fighting for like the same few heroes and not enough people wanting to play the support roles. It's a conflict that kept on happening, and role select will entirely eliminate that. Now, there's obviously going to be the issue of most likely, probably going to be the case that support has the fastest queue times and DPS and tank have longer queue times because more people are interested in filling those roles, and you're probably going to get people complaining about the fact that their queue times are longer because they want to play DPS. I guess it's kind of just a supply and demand thing, whether or not you wait longer before the match starts or you have to fight with people for your specific role that you want to play in the match. Either way, I guess there's some issues with however the system is implemented. So it's pretty cool. I think that's a nice change for Overwatch. Again, though, I don't really play the game anymore, so who am I to really judge what's going to be best for the game? I'm sure there's some diehard players who are against this, I imagine. People probably don't want to wait in long queue times to play their Genji. Is Genji still good? I don't know. Next up, we got Spider-Man topping the charts. According to a recent post, Marvel's Spider-Man now tops the list of the best-selling superhero game of all time in the US. This puts it ahead of Batman Arkham City, Batman Arkham Knight, Lego's Batman, and Marvel superheroes. Kudos to Spider-Man. I've heard a real lot of good things about the game. I didn't end up playing it just because I don't really care so much about superhero stuff. Like, I don't care about the Marvel movies. I don't care about the Spider-Man and Batman stuff. I don't necessarily have anything against them. There's just nothing really pulling me to those games when there's already a bunch of other games that I'm interested in, and I just never really cared for superheroes. Like, I didn't read comics as a kid. I was like playing Magic and reading fantasy novels and playing hacky sack, I guess. I don't know. I just never got into superheroes. It was never anything that I really cared about. I'm not against the idea, but didn't get around to playing it, so maybe I'll play it at some point. Maybe I'm just biased against superheroes. I don't mean to be. It's just that I don't care. I can't make myself care about something I don't care about. Can I? Oh, I do want to give you a Kill Squad update too. I talked about this in the last video. So this is that new like top-down ARPG game. So I played a bit more of it. I think I'm around 2.5 or 3 hours now of playtime. It's starting to show its cracks. Basically, the big concern that I'm having right now is like a lack of diversity when it comes to skills. Mainly, there's no diversity when it comes to skills. As far as I've been able to see, you just have the same skills and you get to pick from 1 or 2 ultimates. And I don't see that changing at any point. Like, there's no skill tree that I can see. There's like a skill menu, but it just shows you the skill alterations that you unlock as you level up per round. And also the gear variety just hasn't been very interesting. I'm still only 3 hours in. I'm sure there's still plenty of the game to play. And I think the combat feels really, really good. Like I do love the way it feels playing the game. It's just, it's already starting to get pretty old. I don't know. It just, right now it doesn't appear to have the depth that I was hoping that it had. But maybe there's more to see later down the road, or because the game's still in development, maybe there's more that they're planning to add at some point in the future. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted if I end up continuing to play this. But that's gonna do it for today's episode of the feed. Thank you guys for coming to check it out. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna be gone for the next couple of days, enjoying the weekend with waifu, and we'll be back up to videos next Monday. Monday, expect a new video Monday. It's now set in stone. I can't back down. You know, if I let you down, wouldn't be the first time, so